Again, sorry about that. Back from a technical difficulty with our broadcast. I'm definitely going to check the software on our broadcast end to see what's going on. This is the first time this has happened, and we're back again as we see that snap suplex from Asakawa. I gotta believe it's the Ministry of Darkness. We didn't have these technical difficulties until the Ministry of Darkness showed up. I don't know why they would mess with our broadcast. They seem to have a gripe with either both Michael Graves and X-Punk. So I don't know what that's about, but it could be them. But back to the action as we see Voodoo King in, Ian Blain tagged in, Asakawa trying, as I said before, the technical difficulties. Asakawa being a little bit more aggressive. Ian Blain's going to have to match his aggression. I think the only way to deal with the Undead Army is through being aggressive. You can't let these guys get any space. As we see Ian Blain doing right there with that torture rack, and we got to see that Jerry McDermott has already slid a baseball bat and a chair into the ring and his side of the ring, as we see a double team coming on Ian Blain as Voodoo King goes to the top rope, diving body press to the exposed back of Ian Blain, and just that ankle lock and stepping on the neck for extra leverage and humiliation, no doubt. So we see the Wraith tagging back in his partner. Backbreaker body slam coming. Voodoo King just opening up Ian Blain with that sickle across his forehead. Ian Blain busted open as a Voodoo King doing a spinneroonie. He seemed to be very, very impressed with himself for doing that, as we see Ian Blain just face first into the mat. Another diving body press on the prone body of Ian Blain. Ian Blain might be out here. He's breathing, not moving. He's pulled back to his feet. Blood just streaming down his face as he sees coming back with that suplex. This is a tough dude, raised in the grappling pits of the UK, expert at stretching, and he's a tough guy. So I hope he wouldn't give it up over a little blood over his forehead, as we see a clothesline there. And then, we're seeing the Voodoo King bringing out some moves on Asakawa. Voodoo King definitely going to look out as a member of the Undead Army for his partner, the current DCWA Heavyweight Champion, help secure the victory so that the Wraith and Jerry McDermott will pick the stipulation for a championship match next week, as we see a pinfall. 1, 2, Ian Blain. Ian Blain a little slow to get there, but Asakawa barely kicked out. Ian Blain helping Asakawa by inflicting damage. Asakawa off the rope. The Wrath just too smart for him, as we see this. Samoan driver there. A Samoan drop. He should have hooked the legs. I don't think the double press pinfall will work, Asakawa. We see Voodoo King, all 4 men in the ring. The Wraith signaling the end. I mean, he's had Asakawa's number these past few weeks. Asakawa needs this victory for several reasons, building up that momentum, and also so that he's able, sliding D coming, also that he's able to pick that championship stimulation, pick the one-on-one stipulation for next week's championship match. He wants one-on-one, no Jerry McDermott, no Dwight Schrute. Asakawa wants one-on-one with the Wraith. He believes that without all the outside interference, the distractions on both ends, that he can defeat the Wraith. Wraith wants to win because Jerry McDermott has some type of plan, some type of way to legally screw Asakawa out of winning the championship by probably stacking the odds against him in some type of match that is going to favor the Wraith. So as we see Dwight Schrute causing that distraction, it might be not so good for his men, as they need as many pinfall attempts as they can get, as we see Voodoo King and the Wraith just dominating right now the Knights. We see the 2 legal men back into the ring again. Jumping insecurity. Dwight Schrute really looking really looking to worried. You see this double team on Ian Blain there. And we know when the Wraith starts doing that rolling you over, he's signaling for the end. Double elbow drop. Ian Blain busted open from the sickle, raked across the forehead earlier by Voodoo King. As Asakawa tagged back in, Asakawa really wants his pin for 1, 2. Oh, kick out. He needs to hook that leg for a cover. Hook in the jackknife maybe. The Asakawa lock for a submission. Although I've never seen the Wraith submit to any maneuver in the DCWA, no matter how dangerous or how wrenching that it may be. As you see Ian Blain doing the smart thing by trying to soften up. If you go belly to back suplex there, Asakawa needs to stay on him. Knee drop to the gut. Asakawa needs to stay on the Wraith. As the Wraith just choke slamming Asakawa to a critical. He choke slammed him and knocked him out. This is no good. Asakawa has been squarely defeated in the center of the ring without any nefarious tactics. This means the next week's championship match between Asakawa and the Wraith will be determined by the stipulation of Jerry McDermott. This cannot be good for Dwight Schrute, the Knights, or Asakawa.
You left US for dead. We are coming for you.